Hello, happy Monday. We're back in GameSpot Live, of course. I'm Eric. That's Miguel.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you feeling today?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Play a little bit this weekend, Forza 7, because I am the reviewer for GameSpot.
Yep.
You can check out my review in progress, which went up last week, plus a video component, which went up this weekend. And you guys are joining me as I continue to play through the career, which is proving to be quite lengthy.
Awesome. So, well, bad timing on my part, but okay. So there's your car, driving a BMW. Which one do you got there? Because I'm not the greatest with cars.
I am...
M3, M5, 1M?
I think it's an M3.
M3?
But,
okay,
yeah.
These are all the cars you have?
The cars with the black backgrounds are the cars that I have. I even have a Cadillac limo.
Yeah, because you would want to drive a limo. Oh, you got a Fast and Furious car? Yeah.
Yes, that's part of... The Fast and Furious is part of the Ultimate Edition.
Nice. Which that came out, I guess it allowed players, if they had the Ultimate Edition last Friday, to begin playing this game.
Correct.
Whereas for everyone else, they'd have to wait till tonight, or 12 a.m., I guess.
What's interesting, if you could look at the left column, it takes some inspiration on the sort of Diablo, Destiny style of sorting items by rarity.
Oh, show me that hot tier 3. Dodge Demon. Fast and Furious.
You
got a
Gymkhana.
Nice. Oh, is there a high? Oh, legendary. I'm liking this. You guys know I like us to loot. We are currently playing on just an Xbox One. We have a 1S in the office, but we're not playing on that right now. Right. Okay, so you only got a couple.
As a result of winning particular races.
Look at that Porsche.
And also the Ultimate Edition.
How are you not using that Porsche instead of your M3?
I think
that 996.
It's this.
It's not
I
as
think
good?
this race is a particular category.
Oh,
category
gotcha.
of car.
Okay.
So
enough.
it's a Forza game. So there's a lot of cars.
It's all about that car porn, right?
Yeah, and I'm finding this rarity classification a little bit arbitrary because
that's fair.
You're pretty much.
Are you using that one? Is that the one you're using, the M4?
Might be.
No,
oh wait,
no, you don't have enough credit to buy it.
Wait, why is the background black then? I like to think.
I don't know.
I'm confused.
Well, here we go. Also, just so you guys know, I will be monitoring YouTube, Twitch chat, GameSpot as well. If you guys have questions that Miguel can potentially answer, I will pass those along to him. As he had mentioned, he is the reviewer for the game. He has a review in progress currently up, but hopefully come... What, you think by tomorrow we'll have one?
Yes, tomorrow.
Okay, by tomorrow we'll have our full review, so stay tuned for that. But until then, we can check out some hot gameplay.
Yes. So one of the things that's in this game is a loot/crate component.
Yeah, great.
Where you can,
So as you say that, is it something you earn like pretty frequently, or is this like you can pay? Like, is it more like a pay to win kind of thing?
Well, you have to use your credits that you earn through your races, but you can't use real money just yet.
Okay, that's fair.
It looks like they'll Turn 10 will add that component
once
at
the
some
game's
point.
live proper or something.
It becomes a case of you gotta earn money you have to spend money to earn money, because you have to spend the same currency to buy these crates, and potentially you can get items that you could sell for more credits.
Okay.
Some of these you install these mod cards before races, and if you fulfill the requirements, you could earn additional credits.
Do you lose that card once you use it, or that mod rather?
Yes. The dots that you see on the upper.
Oh, you only get
right,
limited uses.
That
wow. Okay.
And there's a little bit of controversy right now because initially the sell page of the Ultimate Edition said that the VIP card, which gives you double credits, was unlimited use, which was the case in Forza Motorsport 6.
Okay, but it looks like this has 5 dots.
5 dots. And after the backlash on Friday, from some hardcore fans, the sell page on Microsoft on Microsoft's website for Forza 7 Ultimate Edition, they changed the language to clarify that it
has limited
use.
Wow. Okay. Why don't we get into a game? So did you just burn? Did you just use that thing? All right.
I will burn.
Use some commons. Yeah. We don't need commons. You get a lot of those. You get a lot of commons, man. If you know anything about loot, commons are obviously common. That was terrible. I'm sorry. Just see myself out.
So we
Dizzy
are
Death. Could one darn game not have stupid ass crates in it? I think this is just a new thing, man. I think that
I don't think Cuphead is crates.
That's fair. I think that if a game has like some type of microtransaction, it's usually a crate. I don't know what it is. There must be some. There has to be market data out there that says there's something about opening a loot crate that people like really enjoy and clearly is working. So like every game that has that is generally going to have that system. Some maybe do it visually better than others, I guess, but that doesn't really necessarily excuse it, I guess. But it just depends on if it's like a pay to win situation versus like a pay to look good situation is how I like to put it. Like I know Path of Exile has a bunch of microtransactions that you could purchase, but those are primarily like pay to look good if you want to just look different aesthetically, whereas it's not affecting the gameplay. I don't like. So I asked you earlier, do you feel like, well, it doesn't have it yet, right? The microtransaction stuff actually isn't in the game yet.
Well, I'm finding that a lot of the cards and the mods help sort of accelerate your credit earnings. And considering this is a game that you can get like, I'm finding like I'm getting an average of say like 20,000 credits per race.
Per race, that's a lot. Okay.
It's a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, when there are over 700 cars in the game,
yeah,
I don't really see this so much as a pay to win type of experience, rather pay to get cars faster.
Okay, that's good to know.
Right now we are playing on the Suzuka track, which has been in probably, gosh, I remember this track going as far back as pole position 2.
Oh, nice.
I even checked the track in the track selection screen, pole position 2 this morning, and it's pretty much the same layout. But currently I am playing with my favorite camera setting, which is not, a simulation style.
Yeah.
But I do have my Drivatar difficulty set to what is considered above average.
Okay.
And there are, I believe, like 5 higher difficulties, including unbeatable.
Jeez.
So
okay.
I do want to have a fighting chance, and I appear to be doing well.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously you're going to pick the camera angle or style that fits in your play style best, right? So it's good that there are multiple angles. Maybe we can check some of those out later. Okay, or right now. Miguel is a confident man. I was like, you're in first. I don't want to jeopardize you losing this race by you. Look at that hot rain effects. And they must have Rain-X, because that shit is just coming off the windshield like no problem. If you've never heard of Rain-X for your car, I would say it's worth it if you're in a like state or country that it rains a lot in, because Rain-X is like a godsend. Basically, it like hits your window and like pretty much like falls off. It doesn't like stick to your glass essentially, and it makes wiping and whatnot a lot easier too. I just plugged Rain-X, I guess,
as far
because
as I know,
video games and car types of accessories are what we do here.
As far as I know, Rain-X is not paying to say this.
No, I just think it's legit as hell. If you have ever driven and have a lot of rain to deal with, Rain-X is legit. That's the last time I'll speak of it. But it looks great though.
Yeah, I'm looking at this cockpit, and earlier this morning I texted my neighbor, who is a big Porsche nut. Nice. I was asking, is there a name for the sort of like the mounds on the 10 and 2 position of the steering wheel for better gripping? Because I mean, I see that in a lot of gaming steering wheels, and he didn't have a name for it. He just said grips. But he actually takes his Porsche out to Laguna Seca and Sonoma Raceway, which I believe are the 2 closest tracks in the San Francisco Bay Area that are in Forza. So I got a little bit of an education about the nuances of both of those tracks. And I shouldn't have been surprised that there are names for every straightaway and curve in all these world-renowned tracks.
That's awesome. I got a couple of supporters of Rain-X in the Twitch chat, which is great. Goob Shoe Ride saying it's legit. Also, Randy the Nacho Man Cabbage, great name, also saying it's legit, it's true.
So is it like a wax for glass?
Kind of. Like, I don't know how to exactly explain it. Like, I haven't used it in a while. But it, like, the amount that I put on, like, lasted for a good amount of time. So I feel like even if you at least put it on once, it helps quite a bit. But yeah. Yes, we are currently playing on an Xbox One. Just an Xbox One, not an Xbox One X. You almost tricked me into saying that. And I was like, wait a second. No. Ooh, first place. Look at that little slow-mo. Yeah. Nasheed Belmont, your neighbor got a Porsche and you don't. GG, well played, reviewer life. That's probably true, man. Like, Porsches aren't cheap, man. I mean, especially to track them too.
I walked by his house. The garage door would be open. He's currently like modding his car a bit, just like removing stuff from the back.
He's got to get lighter.
Weight. Yeah, right. Yeah, and like, you know, half the stuff he tells me is kind of Greek to me, but I mean, I just love his enthusiasm and just like how dedicated he is. And he talks about his group of like a dozen friends who just like go out to those courses like every other weekend.
That's a lot. I have a friend that tracks his like old M3, but he goes like probably once a quarter in the year, you know, maybe twice. Like, it's not cheap, but he has fun doing it.
Yeah, he was very excited to play the Porsche GT2 RS in the demo.
Okay.
Which is not, I believe, not. They used that Porsche car to sell the demo, and I remember they revealed it as well at E3, but you will not. I did not get the chance to play that in the full version. I actually have to buy it. So let's see.
So
credits are being applied based on my mods.
Yep. So quick question for you, I guess. Are you? I mean, obviously you're reviewing this game for us. Come by tomorrow is the hope. Are you going to be doing anything again once it comes out on the X? Or just kind of checking it out to make sure everything's all good?
I'll have to check with Peter whether or not he wants me to
do anything like
reevaluate it. But
Gotcha.
I mean, I'm going to check it out just out of personal curiosity. Let's see. Okay. I mean, if we're talking about a high-end experience, I mean, I will say I did spend some time on the PC version. It looks and performs great. Nothing that was any more visually impressive than playing the Xbox One version, but the Xbox One version looks great as it is.
Nice. So I'm guessing you can change your outfit too?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
That's one of the things you can get through the loot crates.
Okay.
Eyeballing it felt like there were like over 100 different outfits. Some of which were themed on other Forza titles.
I beat you to the punch, Dixa VD. He or she basically asked, "Can you customize your racer's helmet tracksuit?" Here, we're gonna check some of that out. Wow, you got quite a bit. Is there a tier system for this too?
Yes.
I'm assuming.
This one's a legendary.
Oh, all right.
You know,
give me a legendary. Yeah. Look at that. A little bit of gold. I'm into it. I'm always about fashion in video games. I'm about that hot fashion. No, you can't be using scrub rares, man. We got legendaries, man. We gotta equip some legendaries. But I like that you're going through all of them. Some of the lower tier sets still look nice, I guess. Maybe a Nissan aficionado.
Yeah, I mean,
Hoonigan. Monster branding. Shout outs to Monster. You know, that's like a very casual look.
And the nice thing is you can preview some of the stuff you haven't even unlocked.
That's good. I like that.
Oh, well, yeah.
Dang, that one's crazy.
Old Forza logos.
Yeah, give me one of the legendary ones. Yeah. Later, when you,
you
decide to choose.
It's all about personal taste. I mean, I don't know. I mean, something retro like this, I would. If you told me it was legendary, I'd believe you.
That was just rare.
Tuxedo,
look at that. You can drive
super rare sounds.
Wait, what's super rare? Is that?
It's I think the one below legendary.
Oh, okay. Oh, so they don't do epic. Got it.
Right. Got it. I don't know. It seems unfair that all the legendaries are all the branded ones.
Goopshoe Ride asking, Aunt Miguel, did you use that steering wheel peripheral for the review?
No.
Okay. Got it.
Let's see. Okay. Need some gold here. And I will admit, when I first saw these this kind of gear, these suits, as one of the crate unlocks, I thought, what was the big deal? Because you're spending most of the time in the cockpit anyway. But you do see your character
right
like
here,
this,
man.
and
You're VIP,
and you do see them in when you're playing multiplayer. And I'm assuming you're going to also be able to do that when leagues open up. But one thing I that also did lend credence to, like, the value of these suits is also when you're driving in convertibles. So obviously you will be able to see your character. Oh.
I'm gonna ask a ignorant question here. Are those names other like drivatars, or are they just AI, just like randomly named AI?
Well, they're technically drivatars.
Okay.
I mean, all these folks are named after actual players. Yeah. But I know for a fact that some of these are not people on my friends list.
Gotcha. Okay.
My memory is hazy, but I mean, I recall in Forza Motorsport 5, which I believe was the first time they had drivatars, everyone was someone on your friends list, whether or not they had the game or not.
Gotcha. All right, we are currently 10 of 24, middle of the pack, which is fine.
Yes.
Because we just gotta slowly creep our way up there.
And again, I am playing on above
average.
Forza
right?
considers above average.
Gotcha.
And I'm trying to do my best to try to be a polite, honorable competitor
yeah,
here.
because that's what they do. You're not supposed to. There's very little contact.
Right. One of the reasons why I'm anxious to actually check out the other still locked multiplayer modes is that currently the only multiplayer you have is like unorganized free-for-alls.
I see.
So there's a lot of bumper cars. There's a lot. It's like, unless you're first on the track, it almost seems like you have like no chance at winning.
Get out of the way. I'm not polite anymore. Fight stunner. This Jaguar is not letting up here, though. I like how it shows the detail of the damage that it took and that it's the color of your car. Are there repair costs when you lose a race or anything?
That's something I need to. I did not get.
It's fine. We'll fix your car for you.
But one thing I've not really investigated too much is you could actually take a pit stop. That icon over there on the right, that's actually
to get fixed up if you needed to, right?
But I can't imagine driving so roughly that you would need to do that, especially when. I mean, they haven't. The career mode has not subjected me to a Le Mans 24-hour race, so I've not had any reason to use the pit stop. Especially when the drivatars don't use it.
All right, so a couple of things here. So Dixa VD saying, I assume the outfits are also saved to drivatars so your friends can see them through the car when you show up in their game, or are they just cosmetics just on your side?
No, your friends will be able to see
car,
your,
right? Yeah.
It's something to flaunt.
All right, so have you played a lot of GT Sport? Or have you played GT Sport a bit?
I played a little bit.
A little bit, right?
Every aspect of it has, been that very intimidating level of Gran Turismo sim style racing.
Okay, so I was just going to ask you how those compared, even though obviously, you played this more than you did GT Sport, but just maybe on a surface level or.
I know this is a word that we stray away from in editorial, but I really do admire the polish of Gran Turismo.
Okay.
There's a certain. There are certain Forza Motorsport installments, I think 5 and 6, where they're sort of they fetishize just car love.
Yeah.
They celebrate it with with their Top Gear tie-ins with the voiceover from the Top Gear hosts, and I sort of I see it that sort of same level of ceremony with Gran Turismo, especially GT Sport. Just the amount of effort the guys at Polyphony Digital spend on the menus and whatnot and the UI. I am looking forward to Gran Turismo Sport, but I think I will be tweaking the controls a bit because I'm probably not gonna be a fan of the turning on the controls full simulation.
Gotcha.
And it's always been a selling point of Forza that these games, this is sort of seen as a much more accessible alternative.
Get out of here, Mercedes. We know BMW's superior. Your AMG's no good here. Yeah, you let us buy. That's right. You don't want to take more damage, whereas we don't care about damage. We care about winning. All right, you're on lap 5 of 5. You're making progress. You went from 10th to 5th. That's like cutting it in half. We just got to try to get a top 3 finish here. Even if that means taking some people out. Miguel. That's just me talking. A lot of people are, well, let's say a couple of people saying some of the previous Forzas are better, but, you know, that could just be chat. Someone said Horizon was better. Someone said Forza 5 was better than this, and I don't know if that's true, but you guys can keep to your opinions. Just wanted to highlight that.
You know, I mean, one thing I am disappointed in is that there's sort of a give and take. Like, Turn 10 / Microsoft just renewed the Porsche licensing agreement, so there's there's at least 24 Porsches you have in this game. But this is also, I believe, the first Forza game where there's no production model Toyotas.
Really?
Yeah, which was very disappointing to hear. Let's see. Just crossing my fingers. Okay, I'm still in first. Which is all I
overall,
want.
right? This
overall,
is
yeah.
Right. Circle of Vice? Is that your?
It's a reference to a joke from the British comedian Eddie Izzard.
Don't know it. Maybe someone in chat understands.
I'd be very surprised if they did.
Yeah. Hey, technically, Aquila Ezio, they had Dragon Ball at last E3. He basically, this Twitch commenter saying, Xbox has only shooters and race games. Last E3 was so funny from Microsoft. 40 games for everyone. LMAO, 40 games, 38 shooters, 2 race games. No, I don't. There was a couple. I feel like there was some stuff in there that you're not mentioning. But I cannot totally dispute it either. I just remember everyone got hyped for Dragon Ball. So there's that.
I mean, I guess Cuphead is a shooter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does Cuphead fall in that? I guess it is. It's like a platformy shooter. They call it a run and gun style. So, great game though. I believe that was reviewed last week by Peter Brown. Joey Yee has put up a couple different features. If you want to unlock certain hidden modes in that game, you can as well. We got a video up on that if you want to find out how to do that. But thank you guys all for tuning in so far, playing some Forza Motorsport 7. We're going through, I believe you said story, right now?
Yeah, the career.
Career mode.
Yeah, you're going through a series of what feels like maybe about 7 dozen races. And it's basically just a way for Turn 10 to just like package and remix different car and track combinations. You know, you could easily set up these kinds of races in free play, but you know, I've always gravitated toward career because you know it gives you gives you a lot of goals, lots of things to do, and that sense of achievement of beating the AI.
Don John F1, the game releases tonight or tomorrow morning, depending on how you look at it. However, if you had the collectors, it was unlimited?
The Ultimate.
Ultimate. Jeez, I knew it was a U word. Ultimate Edition. You could have started playing last Friday. We are currently on the Ultimate Edition. Kurt also mentioning from YouTube chat, Toyota removed their cars from all car games. So there you go on that front.
I saw some comments saying that like Toyota thought that having their cars in racing games would discourage people from buying Toyotas.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Like why? You know what you're gonna get if you're gonna buy like a Camry and a Corolla, 2 very solid Toyota cars. They last forever. But you would never see it in a racing game, so why does it matter?
So you've had those cars?
I have not, but I just like my friends have had those cars, and they just literally last forever. Gadge had one here. He said his last Camry was like 300,000 miles or something, which is like pretty insane.
My very first car was a Geo Prism, which was essentially a Corolla.
Nice. How long did that last?
I think it probably racked up maybe 120,000 miles across 6 years. So 20,000 miles
Oh, you just lost your side view. Didn't need it anyways. We're getting the car lighter. Phil Elliott asking, does any of the weather effects affect the frame rate on console? It didn't seem like it did.
No.
So I think you should be good on that front. I mean, granted, we've only seen the rain one time. This is apparently a very hard track.
Wow.
You can do it.
Thanks.
That was kind of weird. That looked like a bird that like flew into the ground, but I think it was just a part that phased out of it.
Let's see.
I don't know if they retroactively removed cars, gave the rave. It could just be for like newer games potentially on.
So one thing I'm really curious about is I activated this mod to give me extra
burnt that guy
credit for good drafting. And I was driving behind that guy for a good what felt like 5 seconds, and I didn't get any credit for drafting.
Maybe you didn't draft him properly.
I don't know. I mean, I've been playing this game for a good 10 hours, and I have not once gotten credit for any kind of good drafting.
Get out the way.
I do get recognized frequently for good passing, great passing, and great cornering.
I have to say I appreciate the damage that's being racked up on this car. Seems pretty spot on. Your tail lights out. You just rubbed all of your car onto that guy's car. Like, gosh. I thought you were being a nice guy. What happened? It's okay. It's because I put it in your head that winning was everything.
No, I want to win because I want to get to the next cup.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Moonshield 84. If there are no Toyotas, there's probably no Lexuses because they are the same thing. It's like, you guys know the beer Stella Artois? I think I'm saying that right. Stella Artois or something.
Yeah.
So you know that they're either owned by like Bud Light or sorry, Budweiser or like Coors. So like Stella is like their premium brand, kind of how like Toyota used to have Toyota Scion, which was like their lower tier brand, which they've now killed off, and then they had Toyota normal, and then they had Lexus. So
that'd be interesting if there are Lexus.
Yeah. Bruno Miguel asking, can you customize the cars as in like the engine, etc., like in Gran Turismo?
There is a lot of tuning. But I don't know if I haven't checked. I need to check whether or not you can do like whole
swaps.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
But the tuning is pretty deep. Okay.
Yeah. That's good. That was good. Yeah.
Let's see.
Ooh, spotless that time. I like it.
Referring to some of those comments referencing Forza Horizon, I will admit I actually do. As someone who prefers arcade racers over sims, I do get more excited for Forza Horizon than I do Motorsport.
Yeah, someone else had mentioned that earlier. Oh, so Kurt giving me clarification here. Oh, yeah. That Toyota will have race cars in the game, though.
Yes.
So it's just...
I've already checked it. They do have, like, professional racing cars in this game.
Gotcha.
It looked like I eyeballed it maybe like 5 or 6.
Okay.
But yeah, you can't get production models. I believe this is the last race in this particular tournament.
I think Justin Blue P saying Lexus was invented because someone didn't think Americans or didn't believe Americans would buy a $60,000 Toyota. I could see that.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, it's branding.
It's all about branding, right? It's supposed to give you this next tier feel, not like you're just buying Camry. But hey,
good enough.
What do I think about bananas? Asked Midnight Costs. I think they're good. I guess they help you not cramp.
We got a whole bunch of bananas in our break room today.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have like free fruit on Monday and Wednesday now to promote healthy eating. Dang, look at that guy. He's got like a little nice. He's got a nice sweater. He looks like he's ready to like. He could take off his racing hat, I guess, because it's old school, and his goggles, and he could go into a business meeting like it was no problem. All right, so you won that one. Pretty good. Man, you're using your legendary with no fear, huh? All right.
Well,
I respect a man who
this one is no risk. I should probably just save this for the longer races because it just essentially doubles your
yeah, but once you use them all, it's gone, right?
Yeah.
So there is a risk.
Now, only 2 more hurdles, and you'll be holding the Forza Drivers' Cup. But first, you have to win the Masters Championship.
You hear that? You got to win the Masters Champion. You got 2 more hurdles.
Yeah, plantains are pretty good.
I'm not a huge plantains fan. Don't know why.
recall enjoying them deep fried.
Do you find the handling hard with a controller? And that was Steve Cab 46. Ooh, Spec R.
Wait,
That's a nice car.
wait. Do these Nissan cars actually supposed to have different colored hoods? I always thought that was.
Usually add the wolf. I haven't played the game, but usually add a carbon fiber hood to lighten the car, right? So.
Oh. I just thought people who drove those cars just never took care of their hoods.
Wow. No. It's usually there is a reason.
Masters Championship.
Nice. A Sylvia 2K
Consider
says
this
D
a
Lamb for
shakedown to
Prez.
get you ready for the Forza Drivers Cup itself. Use this championship to sharpen what you've learned so far.
Phil Elliott said maybe it was just a stream that's a bit choppy then. It's possible. I mean, it's always hard to translate the look and feel of a game via stream, like the exact look and feel, because obviously it's being like encoded and compressed a little bit. So, and then it also depends on like your internet back at home, like what quality you're able to watch. But it was totally fine on our end. All right, so we gotta do the Masters now, right?
Right.
Does that mean you won all of those?
That's the thing, right? All these check marks represent races that I won, and
Oh, so you only won like
in the case of
half
in the
or
case of the
something.
game's accessibility, yes, you could actually complete the campaign without partaking in all the races.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It just.
Yeah, no, it's fair. It's story, right? Like
Yeah,
that's not
it-
what.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, story. I could see them forcing you to complete all the races, but I think it allows you to just stay within your comfort zone if you're that type of player. Because I gravitate toward European and Japanese sports cars, so theoretically, I could probably continue to do that
Yeah, I would.
in this game. I'm not a fan of muscle cars and fishtailing, but I mean, I've had to dabble in
Exotic
it
GT.
for the purposes of this review. I was like thinking maybe we could just take a breather and actually look at the
All
car
right.
collection.
Let's take a look.
Let's
Take a
see.
second.
Uh,
Have you played that much multiplayer? Nasheed Belmont's asking how it is.
it's not bad. I am looking forward to leagues unlocking because more organized races. You're on the same page with everyone else, meaning you will actually respect each other and try to play fairly. Because right now, playing multiplayer is just a lot of just people not being polite and hitting each other.
Gotcha.
And
So
it's not fun.
That's a fair assessment. D Lamb had as we had just talked about in regards to carbon fiber hood is it's lighter, so it's a weight modification, which we talked about. Rojani W, is it hard overall? Ooh, that looks nice. Is that a BRZ or an FRS? I always confuse the two. So that's the Subaru one, right? So
Yes.
it's a FRS
BRZ.
Damn it. God, what? It's because they like had that stupid collaboration and they look like so damn similar. And then now Scions don't even exist.
What was that car I won? Let's
That
see.
one, the Spec R. The Sylvia. Yeah, looks nice. All about that car porn. That's what Forza's always
I
been
learned a
to
lot
me.
today
It's car
about
porn. About me, loot, and car porn?
these hoods.
Oh, the hoods.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Looks nice. I'm not a fan of like the gold, but that's just my personal take on that.
You know, this would be a good
I try to get to all the questions, guys. If I missed it, you can always ask maybe a second time. So, Killscreen says, "Let's see some Formula One."
Let's see.
I've never been a huge fan of Formula One. I don't know if you guys know ex GameSpotter Danny O'Dwyer and ex Giant Bomber Drew Scanlon, but they love the F1.
It'd be interesting to know the distinction between Formula One and Formula E. I mean, look what Formula E is a manufacturer.
I got another request. PVT Donut DJ88. Do a race at Watkins Glen.
You know what? We can do that.
And then here comes a question from Bruno Miguel. Compared to Gran Turismo, are there more modes in Forza 7 than in Turismo? Like more things to do? And he thinks it seems so, but also asking.
You know, I think there might be more modes in Forza, but don't quote me on that.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
Let's see. Let's go to Watkins Glen.
OZM8. Currently, if you didn't buy Ultimate Edition for Forza 7, you wouldn't be able to play it until tonight. So that is currently the only way you'd be able to play it ahead of time. All right. So, all right. I like it. You switched cars.
And
Could
we're
you
at
have switched
Watkins
the
Glen.
paint?
No. What's your color of choice?
I like the white that you had on the previous car, your M4 or I think it was M4, or maybe it was silver, but that's fine. It's all right. I think a Silvia must be that specific color, and that's what it is.
Hey guys, thanks for the clarification on Formula E.
OZM8 can't even buy it through though because there's no purchase button. I'm not sure. That's kind of weird.
Formula 1 cars are hybrid. I assume that was a recent development, huh?
Yeah, I don't know too much about that front. I know my friend just invested into a Tesla because he wants to go full electric. So that's a thing. And also because I think it has like some bit of like auto driving, I guess. But I don't know too much about that end of it. I'm going to pollute the earth. What am I supposed to do?
Let's see if we can put
Josh,
some mods here.
is that it's either Josh Lamer or Josh Lamar? Sorry if I butchered your last name there. Basically, asking a more broad, general question, not so much about Forza, but how do you like your overall Xbox experience? I'm thinking on switching from PlayStation. For me personally, I haven't had enough games on Xbox to warrant me buying an Xbox. The funny thing is there was one game that almost came out, that was supposed to come out this year, that was going to potentially get me to buy an Xbox, but then they canned it, and that game was Scalebound for me. And so then now I just don't necessarily have a reason to switch from PlayStation to Xbox, I guess, but that's just me personally. Like I've never been huge on Halo. I've never been that big on Gears of War. So a lot of their exclusives just don't necessarily resonate for me, but I think that's different for everyone. I think it also depends, like if you have a group of gamer friends that play on a specific console, you know, if there's more of your friends playing on Xbox, that might sway you to, you know, move consoles. But what about you, Miguel?
I mean, having exclusives help. I mean, if you're a really big driving fan, I suspect you might have a better multiplayer experience playing Forza than Gran Turismo. That's sort of like my gut feeling.
Yeah.
But I mean, it speaks to just the library of games on the PlayStation 4. But you know, some of my favorite games this year have been Nier and Neo, which
Neo's on PC.
Neo, yeah, there was the announcement today of Neo on PC, which, you know, I don't blame a lot of Xbox fans for assuming that that might come to Xbox, but there's no official word on that. I hope it plays great on PC.
Should.
I think our one of our tech editors is actually finishing up a feature on worst PC ports.
Fun.
Let's see. Overall, I've been more of a PlayStation person than Xbox this generation. I will add though, Forza Motorsport 7 was pretty much the first time I really got a chance to really try out the Play Anywhere feature, because as someone who's been reviewing this game both at work and at home, just jumping from my home Xbox to the Xbox here, plus the gaming PC that Erick built for me, it's been transitioning from from platform to platform has been seamless.
I guess sorry.
And the other thing I want to add is I love that the Play Anywhere feature actually recognizes that, hey, we know you're starting on this platform. We notice you have save files on these two other platforms. Which one would you like to use?
Oh, okay.
It's a nice feature.
Yeah, I think also the other thing I'm underplaying, or I haven't mentioned, is that backwards compatibility stuff seems pretty good too. We were playing Halo 3 last week because it turned 10 years old, me and John Luke. And that seems to be great functionality. So there's also other benefits, but it's about the games, right? Ultimately, and the games just aren't as, impactful for me personally. I have some fun facts coming through the chat, just in terms of like car knowledge and stuff like that. So really appreciate you guys chiming in, giving us the lowdown. Killscreen saying Teslas are fast AF. you know what that means. But they lack the soul of an engine. Yeah, surprisingly, Tesla, apparently, like, the acceleration of a Tesla is, like, really fast. Like, faster than, like, more cars than you would think. And then D-Lam for Prez. KERS, capital K-E-R-S, is the kinetic energy regurgit? Whoa. I'm wondering if he spelled that wrong, that part of the name wrong. But he's system that turns the thermal energy that is produced under braking and utilizes it to power other wheels and systems on the F1 vehicles. That's how the hybrid system works in F1. Sorry, that one word I cannot say properly. I want to say like regurgitate, but it's obviously not. It's almost like regenerative, but it's not. So sorry, you guys can read that in chat if you missed it. All right. Forza 7 should be out tonight, 9 p.m. I would assume,
Yes.
which is 12 a.m. That's for X-Plane 94 XX. Let's see.
Oh,
If
yeah,
you want to
there's
save the
camera
Earth, get a BMW i8. I can't afford that car. That's too much.
I also was amused that this far camera angle sort of gives a vignette like look on the corners,
Oh, yeah.
which is something that I've learned a lot about in our YouTube thumbnails.
Let's see. Neo on the PC. Oh man, my gamble of waiting paid off. Good job, the Mad Hatter, or 86 the Mad Hatter. Procent. The review should hopefully be up at 9 p.m. ish, like around the embargo. If not by tomorrow, definitely. Kurt saying I had to turn off the camera shake. It gave me a headache after a while. Have you had any of that?
I've noticed it, but it has not given me a headache.
Okay, so it was regenerative. So there you go. That was the word I was missing. But there's also another person saying kinetic energy recovery system. It's recovery. Okay. Thanks to Chris A. and Paulo De Freitas for that.
I should also add that I started my playthrough when Xbox, when I got the new UI update for my Xbox, and I will say it is actually a noticeable improvement. The last couple UI updates to my Xbox One have been a real headache, mostly because of just like
I still hate the UI though.
Yeah, just from like unresponsiveness. Yeah, I guess what did they sunset that snap feature where you could like have multiple apps running while you're playing? But I've not seen that in recent updates.
Gotcha. Josh, yeah, if you were looking forward to the backwards compatibility and wanting to play Forza and Gears of War, I would say that, you know, obviously go get a Xbox, especially if you can afford it. Then the question for you would be, do you hold off and buy the One X, or do you just buy a normal Xbox One? I guess that depends on if you have a 4K TV, etc. But, you know, do that if you want to. Killscreen asking a fun question. What do you guys drive in real life? He drives a 98 Ford Expedition. What do you drive, Miguel?
I drive.
Or you share a car, I guess, right?
I drive a 2010 Ford Escape.
Okay.
And I occasionally steal my wife's Mini Cooper.
Nice, Mini Cooper. Okay, I drive a 2006 BMW 330, basically an E90. That's what I drive. Yeah. Wasn't my first choice of car, but my stepdad sold it to me at a very good deal, at which I could pay like in installments, basically monthly. So nice, first place, great job.
Yeah, I should make the drivatars harder.
It is indeed recovery, says Chris A. Thanks. I didn't know it, so either way, it's fine. Thank you. God Phillies driving a 1994 M3. Awesome. G-Man. I drive a 2017 Subaru BRZ. Nice. Oh, the Subaru people coming out. Sandy Spiker, 03 Impreza WRX. Always wanted a WRX. Always thought that the price, well, he has an Impreza, but like, always thought WRX price was pretty fair. It's like in that mid-20s. It could get a little higher depending on the add-ons that you get, and you get four-wheel drive, and it sounds nice. My friend in college always had one, and I always thought, yeah, that's a pretty good car I could maybe get.
I could see myself. I'd be afraid of driving an Impreza because I think I would just like.
It'd be a lot of fun though.
That's the problem. I would probably get too much fun out of it.
Dixa,
it's bad enough that I'm driving around San Francisco with my Ford Escape and the Mini Cooper like they're sports cars.
Yeah. And that answers Dixa VD's question. Do you actually drive in San Francisco, though? I drive a little bit only because it makes more sense for me now to carpool to work instead of taking BART, because like ultimately it saves some time and it's about comparable in price. But if I was by myself, I probably would be just driving to the BART, which is basically not using my car the way it should be, which is like on a freeway, you know, the Autobahn essentially.
I finally got my name added to our in-building parking waiting.
Oh, you were
waiting
wait,
list.
no, dude, that doesn't mean that. You know, Ty.
They gave me what number was
what
Ty?
number? Okay, no, you tell me what number you are. Actually, fine. I'll tell you what number Ty was, and then it'll make you probably more sad. Ty was number 7 on the list, and over 2 years, I believe it was 2 years, Ty Root, former GameSpot, I think a year and a half to 2 years, he never moved. Or if he did, he only moved like one spot. And it's got to be worse now because we have Apple in the building now, too. Yeah. So I don't know how many spots they're allotted. Anyways.
I am number 24.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you're not. I'm sorry, man.
At least I don't need to put a deposit.
I got more cars coming through. Not sure if some are real or not, but you got a 07 Shelby GT and 16 GMC Sierra. That's Romaloon. That's awesome. Coltovic says he or she drives a 2017 320i M Sport. Nice. 2016 Ram 2500 Cummins diesel, says Zimmer 21. 2001 Honda Accord. Represent the Hondas, baby. My first Honda was a Civic 89 hatchback that had no power steering and only 4 gears. That was a fun car, but also had no power.
I just last night I was getting clarification on the distinction between Shelbys and Mustangs, so that was interesting to learn.
Nicholas Obrenovich. Sorry if I butchered your last name. 2011 Civic Si. Nice. Did you play Project Cars 2?
A little bit. I wasn't a fan.
There you go. They're asking for a comparison between Project Cars 2 and this, but if you weren't a fan, that obviously kind of answers that question. Johnny Blaze, 2016 Lexus RC 350F Sport. Let's see.
German car that is going to be well built. It's going to be stylish. It's going to probably have a motorsports history because they love their racing, they love their competition. But it will also be fun to drive and something that the driver will connect with.
Dixon PD, want to feel bad? Jeff Gersman, EIC of Giant Bomb, essentially, had his own parking space when he was sacked. When he came back with Giant Bomb, they gave him his space back. Giant Bomb or GameSpot people even lose out on the waiting list to people who are fired. Hey, there's a strong legacy there, man. He was a founder. I think it's totally fair. Bear Claw 34, 2010 Subaru Forester. Keep them coming, guys. D Lamb for Prez, 2012 E63 wagon. I might have missed that earlier. Sorry. Rambro 189, 03 Civic Type R. Wow, there's a lot of cars coming through. This is awesome. Vogs 07 Cobal's SS 445 WHP. Whoa, are you all like the same car right now?
This is
we're repping Mercedes. Should hit up my boy.
And while we're on the topic of everyone's cars, I will add that I recently sent some interview questions to the founder of Polyphony Digital.
Who does Gran Turismo, right?
And he is going to reply back with a list of all the cars that he has ever owned.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Philip Stevens, 2014 Mercedes E350 diesel wagon. Joshua Corwell's getting back to me about the price of a BMW i8. Turns out it's $153,000. No problem. That's just like 6 or 7 cars, you know. Like, what?
It's not like your father-in-law's asking for a full price.
Well, no. He's telling me to get the i8, which is like I think the an electric car for BMW, which is not cheap, obviously. Cable Dog 85, 2015 Subaru WRX. As I said, solid car. It's nasty. 2016 TC RS10. Justin Blue P 06 Mustang GT. That was another car that I like. There went through this period of time for me where I just saw a lot of Mustang GTs. But I think it's because it's like in that good affordable range where it's still like a nice fun car to have. Ooh, all right, we in the cockpit view.
The one little touch I do appreciate in this game is the reflection of the dashboard in your hands on the windshield.
Oh, the little reflection. Yeah, I just see that. Nice. That's a nice little touch.
And there are those little touches that probably existed in other Forza games, but for some reason I only noticed it. It really feels very prominent in this one.
Twiggler is not a fan of this speedometer. Thinks it's the worst Forza's ever had.
You know, I get it. I mean, you know, everyone has like different tastes on aesthetics and UI. I don't get why certain outfits are legendary, aside from the fact that they're Monster branded.
Hey, it's all about swag. Nasheed Belmont drives the Celica 2015 series. They still have Celicas? I feel like I don't know if you're serious on that one. I'm not that big of a car head though. So, Toxic 2144 97 Jeep Grand Cherokee, classic. Zimmer wife drives a 16 Cherokee Trailhawk. Nice. What's up, Bob Jones? How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. Phil Elliott says, I live in Paris, sold my car as it was pointless to own one with all the Parisian traffic. That makes sense. Also, like, I think you want to have smaller cars, right, in Europe. That's why, like, you know, like a Fiat or like a Mini Cooper is probably, like, really good. So, you know.
I remember my family driving us on a summer vacation in Europe in, like, the mid-'80s.
Fun times.
We were a family of 6.
Jeez.
In a 5-seater. I think my little sister just sat
illegal,
on my
huh?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to tell anyone about that. We don't condone that here at GameSpot, okay? No sitting in the trunk. M1's creation, I have Forza 6. It came with my Xbox One. Does Forza 7 have more customization than 6?
You know, that's something I need to spend some time on today. Because, well, I did find the tuning to be as deep, if not deeper, than other Forza games.
Yeah.
I really should do a compare and contrast.
Nice. Okay. Hello, Curran Tom. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for stopping by. Let me see if I'm up to date on these messages. Oh, all right. I'm caught up. Woo. As mentioned earlier, we're just naming some of the cars that we actually drive ourselves. There's been a nice mix, I feel like, of different various styles of cars.
Oh, this car, this odometer is a limited edition. There's one. They've only made only 25 of these cars. Okay.
Hey, now you're driving one.
Doing pretty well, though you can see by the red dots on the lower left that they're not that far behind.
Yeah. Steve Cat 46, he's currently playing on above average, or what the game deems as above average, which he feels is a good fit for him. So we're gonna stay on that mode.
I will admit, I'm staying here because I'm on deadline.
Gotcha. That's correct. You also have that review that you need to finish come tonight, even today.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of sort of well-known Forza features that have not been, I guess, been available yet, which I assume some will be available when the game officially launches tonight. A couple of those includes Forzathon, which was, I believe, introduced to Forza through Forza Horizon 3.
Okay.
Timed events, and especially leagues. Leagues, I believe, is sort of
big one.
In a way, it's almost like it reminds me of clans in a way, and also just a way for, as I mentioned before, people multiplayer to sort of group up and actually play organized races without having to worry about someone being very playing unfairly and just like bumping everyone to try to get first.
Something that simulates more of what it should be, basically. So basically, should I say that we should be more likely to expect your review tomorrow because of some of these features? Okay. Sorry. So I kind of lied to some of you. His review will be up tomorrow, so that he can test some of these modes that will come out on like actual proper release. Again, I did mention that if you had Ultimate Edition of Forza 7, you're obviously playing or have played. That's how we're playing. We're playing on a Xbox One, just Xbox One. And yeah, this is Miguel. He's the reviewer. We're currently playing some. We're still doing story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. So it's cool that they pitch you into some other types of like races.
Yes,
with different kinds of cars. So it's not always your.
And like other Forza Motorsports, there are a couple novelty modes where you take the car bowling. You race. Let's see. You do one-on-one races. There was this one competition where I had to like pass 36 cars. So this is Forza Motorsport 7 is not short on variety.
Gotcha. Justin Blue P, yes, correct. GameSpot assigns reviews based on the fact that the reviewer has, you know, in this case where there's like 7 of these games, has played some of them before and also enjoys them, as Miguel mentioned. I believe you did our Forza 6 review, right?
Yes.
Yes. So
Plus Forza Horizon
3.
And I did a Barnes guide for Forza Horizon 2. Forza Horizon 2.
Yeah, the review will be tomorrow. Sorry, put you off there.
I loved Forza Horizon 2. I think it's probably my favorite Forza because it was an open world racer with a coastal setting. As someone who lives in California, you know, it reminded me a lot about driving along the Pacific Coast Highway. I would absolutely love an open world racer that is set in the Pacific Coast Highway.
Kurt, we probably won't be doing too much testing with a wheel for Forza 7. So that's just that. Chris A asking a question to me, but I'm going to direct it to Miguel because I don't play that many racing games. I haven't played a racing game since like properly played a racing game since like Ridge Racer on PS2. That's a long time ago. Basically, not including graphical elements, what features would you choose to include in Forza 7 to make it a more of a game suitable for racing communities and clans? Don't know if you have an answer for that, but that's just a question from Chris A.
I hope those kinds of features will be featured in leagues.
This turn has been getting you.
Yes, I'm so observant. I like, because right now currently multiplayer has not been a lot of fun
because of the way people are racing, right?
Yeah.
Because you're saying that people are running into you, they're not really thinking about trying to avoid fair play. Have you've done some multiplayer then? Correct. What's the maximum, or what's the total amount of cars racing online at one time? That's a question from Steve Cap.
I saw as many as like 24.
Okay, so what it is right now then,
yes.
basically. Okay, cool. Dixa VD asking, if you crash and ruin the front, does the hood ornament magically stay up? Question mark. I don't know if he's damaged the front of his car so bad that would happen, probably.
I could try to run into a wall as I cross the finish line.
Dude, it's still... Oh, okay. Wait, is this the... the game was like, wait a second. No, you're not. To each their own, Nasheed Belmont. He says he likes Need for Speed more than Forza or Project Cars, but that's because it's more of an arcadey racer than like a sim, right?
Oh, I absolutely love Need for Speed.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited enough for Need for Speed that I just I've played the new one as much as I could, even if I will not be around to, especially because I won't be around to play the final version for work.
Got it. Let's see. Still catching up on chat. Josh Lamer asking, what's the big differences between Horizon 3 and Motorsports 7?
I would consider Horizon to be the more arcadey game.
Okay.
It's open world. It's a lot more goal-oriented. I think Horizon does a better job than Motorsport in acknowledging like moment-to-moment skill. The fact that you can get all these credits and points for doing everything from drafting to near misses to really close passes. That stuff I find is great. And Motorsport, I'm still the jury's still out on like how the sort of the moment-to-moment like performance crediting is in Motorsport. Again, I've been acknowledged for good passing and making good cornering, but despite the fact there's a mod card specifically to drafting, I've not been credited with any kind of drafting, no matter how long I stay behind someone. And completing this Mercedes-Benz car gave me the car.
Yeah, legendary.
See, the one interesting thing is my collection score is going up to the point that there's actually categories of 6, 7, and 8. I don't know if those numbers are arbitrary at this point because there apparently aren't any card rarities beyond 5. So.
Okay. Stivik78, you can turn up the AI if you want to.
Yes.
All the way up to like, what was the last tier?
Unbeatable.
Unbeatable. I almost said unwinnable. I guess same thing. Unbeatable if you want to. Joshua Cromwell says, or Crowell, sorry, Jesus. GT Sport gives you penalties for running into people, even if it was an accident. LOL.
Let's see.
Now, bowling with a car is something I'm pretty good at for 2 reasons. Number 1, I've done a lot of dumb stuff in a car in my
What's
life. Number
GameSpot
2,
are you botting?
bowling is a class
No.
in college.
I think if there are more viewers than normal, it's just because we had Twitch homepage promo. GameSpot is a news and reviews website. We do not sell games like GameStop, nor do we buy or trade. Oh yeah. Wait, what are we doing here?
We're doing bowling.
Oh, we're doing bowling? Dude, this has to be the car for that. Oh, no strike. Still no strike. Still no strike?
That's one thing I will say is like about this game being a little too easy and accessible and forgiving. I mean, I think that you're supposed to be. I think the game is supposed to like encourage like drifting.
Yeah.
But the goal target is super easy to achieve. You can just like drive through most of these and still get it.
But you should be aiming for strikes, man. Strikes. Ah, missed it by 1.
I don't think this game, rewards.
What's the difference between the orange or brown pins and
I think
the
the
white
orange pins give you a little bit more points.
You're not doing that great with this limo right now,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't expect you to, I guess.
And another thing, you also get unlimited rewinds in this game. Do-overs.
Killscreen, I believe you also get nice cars just from loot crates, which you can buy with credits, right?
Right, and you also get discounts.
Nice, discounts. I'm all about discount life. Is that a limo? Yes, it is. What's up, Lawrence Bowles?
See, I already reached the goal target. I'm nowhere near the finish line. Let's skip all this.
DJ Depusor? Would you say that Horizon is a game with arcade elements in a sim racer, as sim racers always show cars racing in stadiums and so forth? And defer that to you.
Yeah, I mean, Horizon is an open world game. The last one was based in Australia, where you can go from like an urban setting that is reminiscent of like the big cities in Australia to a jungle in like less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's very arcadey.
What's up? It's Creeps. Welcome to chat. How are you doing? Philip Stevens says, don't forget about Forza rewards every Friday. Bonus credits.
Yes, and you do get daily rewards for how well your drivatar competes in other people's games.
Well, technically, Killscreen, they're said in chat that I like that GameSpot stays mostly focused on games. IGN turned into a catch-all for Hollywood news, comics, and TV. Technically, we do have our sister site, GameSpot Universe. They cover the entertainment, the comics, TV, Rick and Morty breakdowns, and things like that. But GameSpot, proper, we here are playing the games. So if you are interested in that type of content or those types of videos or breakdowns of shows, the GameSpot Universe is where to go.
You have to win.
Buddy and that crew are doing a hell of a job.
Basically, is associated with racing or being on the track if you're a performer.
All right, I say we do like one more race, maybe go do some menus, probably call it a wonderful day, a wonderful Monday, playing Forza Motorsport 7. Here with Miguel, who is the reviewer of the game. His review in progress is currently up if you're curious about his early thoughts of the game, but his final thoughts and review should be out tomorrow sometime. He's got to do some more testing tonight when the game comes out proper, when there's some modes and things that unlock, right?
Let's see.
That's
I
tough,
heard.
Beanbox.
I heard about this broken record. Me and my Porsche fanatic neighbor were talking about it, but that would be that'd be a good YouTube video to attempt.
So just to give context, Beanbox in YouTube chat saying, I know you're doing career mode, but could you try to beat the 6-minute 47-second lap time record on Nürburgring? Nürburgring. Can't say that track properly. Sorry if I'm butchering that. With the 2018 Porsche GT2 RS, it's the fastest road car, beating the 918 by 10 seconds. That would be a good video if we could pull it off. I definitely don't have the racing skills to try to pull that off, so, you know.
Let's see. Oh, so there's a passing challenge, I believe.
So what is going on here?
Oh,
okay.
This type of race where everyone gets to go ahead of me.
Yeah. Oh, that's a GTR, isn't it? I think it's a GTR. The lights made it look like one.
Oh, no, it's manual?
So yeah, Nürburgring. Thank you. That romanization of it helps read it. Wow, that cockpit looked insane. That was from Philip in YouTube chat.
Okay, I'll go back to the cockpit.
Oh man, this is
I'm totally gonna lose.
real weird. Look at where your like side view mirrors are too. This is crazy. Yeah. I'm not even gonna try to say that word, Chris A. That looks too difficult. I'm already butchering easier last names than that. Oh, get out the way. We're not friendly.
Oh no.
This is what we get for using cockpit view. Miguel's become a ragey driver.
I'll have to do this in one lap. I'll try again.
I gotta stop watching. It's making me sick.
Okay. That's the lap? That's it?
Oh, smoke him! Oh no!
Wait, what happened
Wait,
to the
how
car?
did that work? What? Oh, show the crash. Oh, we're still spinning out. Show the crash. How did you? So you got to third at the end there just by accelerating past everyone. That's hilarious.
We can fast forward the replay.
Okay, let's check this out. Let's check this out.
That's the boring bits. Yeah, I guess you can fast forward every 30 seconds.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm changing camera.
We're gonna find that hot crash here in a second. I'm just not gonna try, Chris. It's too much. Nordschleife. Almost like Nordish life, but not. There, I tried it. All right, Steve Cat 46. Enjoy playing Forza 7. He said thank you for the stream. He's gonna go play some Forza 7 now. All right, get out the way. We're gonna accelerate past you. See ya. I think that was a GTR. I'm pretty sure. We're all over the place. Now we're gonna accelerate. Where's the home stretch where we somehow get third while crashing into everyone else? There was a WRX or what appeared to be one.
My favorite.
This is cool. I like this though.
My favorite replay camera was from some of the Namco published Gran Turismo games.
Oh, it cut. Okay, what? It cuts off at the crash? That was the best part.
I'm gonna save this.
Oh, come on, man. That was the best part. No, you're not gonna see it. It clearly replayed the thing right when you hit the car.
Well, we can pause it. Pause it impact. Wait, I already...
Yeah, whatever. It's fine. Go show me some... Is there anything else you want to show off before we kind of wrap this up?
Just make sure I didn't miss anything in the menus.
Okay. We'll go through the menus real quick. But yeah, that was Forza Motorsport 7. If you have Ultimate Edition, obviously you've already played or are going to be playing. If not, it comes out today. I would imagine 12 a.m. Eastern, which would be 9 p.m. here. Not positive. Someone can confirm or deny that in chat. But it should be out this morning. Like, not this actual morning, but the Tuesday morning. So, yeah. Pretty cool. We're going to go through some of the menus here, see if there's anything else to show off. If you guys want to see anything else, just tell us. Someone says show the GT40. That was Jonas GS.
I will also add that another component to this game is this thing called milestones. So as you keep accumulating XP...
Sorry. There are milestones in Destiny 2. Sorry.
Yeah, as you get XP and level up, you have the choice of getting credits, a discount on a particular car, or another outfit.
Oh, someone wants to see the tuning menus too.
Sure,
that seems a pretty good one. Yeah, don't forget, guys, as Anvil One Gaming in YouTube chat mentioned, if you haven't already subscribed or hit that like button in Twitch, you guys should do that so that you guys get informed on when we do our live streams. They are at 11 a.m. every day, but also we have a bunch of different features going up, gameplay. So if you're interested in that, hit that sub button. Here we go to the tune setup. All right, so you can change the tire pressure. Cool. And this is currently just for the Sylvia, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
4 gears.
Can adjust your gears.
Alignment.
Okay.
Anti-roll. Springs. Damping.
Yeah, Dixa VD. I could have did more Destiny jokes, but I'll save them for tomorrow. We're gonna be streaming tomorrow, Destiny 2 weekly reset. I think last week it was me and Rob, so it might be me and John Luke this week, or it could be Rob and John Luke. We'll have to see. But if you're into that, Destiny 2 tomorrow at 11 a.m. And there's a lot of stuff you can do here. So it looks like you could do quite a bit in terms of the tuning.
Yeah, 20 horsepower upgrade sounds significant.
Do they tell you if the stickers give you horsepower? Because that's what that was a terrible joke we used to make in high school.
What, racing stripes?
Just any stickers. We used to joke that was like, oh, that's 2 horsepower I just gained, because we couldn't afford to really upgrade or mod our cars back then. Ooh, that's a nice wing. Nasheed Belmont will be playing Destiny 2 tomorrow. Wednesday will be an interesting one because we have the lobby at 11, but I also want to say that Wednesday is when the Star Wars Battlefront 2 beta unlocks. I think it's Wednesday, so we might end up streaming that day for a second time during the day, or we might just hold off until Thursday to stream Battlefront 2. Maybe get deeper into the beta than just opening part of it.
Let's I can wrap up.
Looks like the spoilers were somewhat adjustable, right, from that last screen that you're at.
Right. Well, you could change them and get choices. I will go ahead and.
Oh, you got a crate you can open?
Well, it's crates I can buy.
Yeah. You got 300. Ooh, yeah. Lucky. What's that mean? Chance
Legendary driver gear.
No, we don't.
I want a chance for a car.
Yeah. 300,000 credits for the stream.
Let's do this.
We're doing it for you guys.
All right.
I believe that it's
sure?
going to be a legendary car.
Let's see here. Chance.
I know, but it's going to be legendary. I smell it. Oh, you know what? That could have been cooler. No,
I would love to see a feature on best.
Hey, S2000. It's a nice car.
I would like to see it. I would like to see us write a feature on best animated
Hearthstone
pack openings.
Hearthstone.
Is it?
I think so.
I think Plants vs Zombies is pretty good.
Hearthstone's is pretty good because it's always relative to the the expansion you're opening. Wow, you got wrecked.
Yeah, for 300,000
Dude, you got
credits.
Wrecked. This is
terrible.
Oh man, what a bad box opening. Jeez. All right. Anyways, guys, any last thoughts, Miguel, as the reviewer for Forza Motorsport 7?
Lucky car crate, my ass.
It was not that lucky. We were not that lucky. Any last thoughts here before we send off? Before you actually finish up for your review?
Thanks for joining us. This was a lot of fun, and I also like that I took this opportunity to make some more progress in the career. So I was able to kill 2 birds.
That's awesome. Sorry, I tried to go to full camera, but someone broke my setup. I'm going to blame it on Mary and Mike Mahardy because that's usually who does it. But I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Remember, if you haven't subbed and you haven't liked, do that. Tune in tomorrow for some Destiny 2 stuff. And also tune in tomorrow for the full review of Forza Motorsport 7 coming from Miguel. For the meantime, go check out the review in progress. And again, thank you guys for tuning in, and see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Later.
Later.